Folks, welcome to a new kind of video on the channel. We're going to do a tier list for the New York Central Streamlined Hudsons. Believe it or not, there's more Streamlined Hudsons on the New York Central roster than you think there are. You might be thinking this video will be wrapped up in 3 minutes, and you're probably right because I can be a fast talker and tend to get to the point, so the video might be like 5 minutes. But it is going to still be a fairly short list, but I think it'll be fun. And it might even spin off a couple of history videos here down the road. So without further ado, let's get to it. Obviously, starting at the top, we got my favorites. We go to awesome, cool locomotives, okay locomotives, and the very bottom, locomotives I just plainly don't care for. However, the odds of that are kind of slim because it's a Hudson. Can you really go wrong? No. Alright, so we'll start with one of my favorites, and it'll be a surprising favorite, and a lot of y'all don't know what this engine is actually the Mercury Dreyfuss Hudson. So it's a Hudson that was streamlined, similar to a Mercury, or similar to a Dreyfuss Hudson, but it was for the Mercury high-speed trains, our express trains, not high-speed trains. And this is simply just a slightly different Dreyfuss Hudson. The streamlining in the very back by the firebox is a little bit taller than that of the Dreyfuss Hudsons. Alright, next locomotive on the list is going to be the Commodore Vanderbilt. Now, this is a cool locomotive, but it does look a bit like an upside down bathtub. Alright, now let's get to another locomotive that y'all are going to know, is the Empire State Express Hudson. Again, very similar to the Commodore Vanderbilt streamlining, but it is the Empire State Express. Now, this locomotive is one that, I don't know, it's gotta be one of my favorites, but yet it is, I don't like it as much as, say, the Mercury Dreyfuss, but I do like it quite a bit. So I'd say it's, we're gonna put it in front of the Commodore Vanderbilt. Yeah, put it in front of the Commodore Vanderbilt because it's a little bit more of a favorite locomotive, but not quite the Mercury Hudson. Something about the Mercury Hudson, I like that one. Alright, now the Dreyfuss Hudson. Now, they did make 3 of these, so there are a lot of them. And though I think they're cool locomotives, but I just think that they're cool. I don't know, something like they're kind of a weird color versus like the Mercury. I think it was more like a flat, or not a flat gray, but more of a gray. Where the Dreyfuss Hudsons, I don't know. I think the color's a little different. I don't like them as much. Also, I like the taller streamlining on the Mercury Hudson, so they're cool. Next locomotive on the list is another Mercury Hudson. They actually had 2 streamlined Mercuries. This one's actually very similar to the Empire State Express. In fact, they had 2 of these. They had one just like the Empire State Express. They had another one where a similar streamlining, but the whole boiler was blacked out. There was no silver. So I put it in the awesome list, just like the Empire State Express, because it's basically the same locomotive. And if I had the blacked out Empire State Express, that one, or blacked out Mercury style Empire State Express streamlining, I probably put it in front of the Empire State Express just because I think it looks a little bit cooler. It still has some silver on it, but it's a blacked out boiler. It's really cool, and it's got like a weird silver stripe on it. I don't know. It's really cool. And now for a Hudson that I bet none of you have ever seen before. It is a Dreyfuss Hudson that has been kind of pulled apart. So, little explanation to this. We might actually do a history video explaining more in depth why they did this, but during the war, streamlining actually makes a locomotive harder to maintain. So during World War II, they pulled some of the streamlining off, but if you look at a full picture of the locomotive, it still has the streamlining by the firebox, and it's got the streamlining up by the smokestack going all the way back. So, yeah. But it is a very strange locomotive. It doesn't look like it fits at all, but that's because it simply was designed for more maintenance rather than streamlining and beauty contest of streamlined steam locomotives. They just didn't care at that point. So that is my tier list for all the New York Central streamlined Hudsons. And of course, like, you got the Mercury, which was a K5 Pacific, which is similar to a Hudson, But I honestly just don't like that locomotive, and if we did have it on the list, it'd probably be on the don't care side of things. I don't think it's a cool locomotive. I think it's really weirdly rounded. It's strange. That is the tier list, and I hope you enjoyed it. So, as always, folks, I hope you enjoyed this video. Please like, subscribe, share the video, and as always, see you on the rails.